Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing a review on the Rimmel Stay Matte, kind of the whole line. I have the primer, the foundation, and the powder. So I experimented with all of this stuff a little bit before I'm doing this review because I want to do a true honest review. I don't want to just try a product on one time and be like, oh yeah, it works great, blah blah blah, whenever you can't really, even just for a whole day, like seeing how it is for just one day. I like to experiment applying it differently and, you know, different combinations of other things with it to see what works best for me. So that's how I'm bringing, how I'm going to bring all of my reviews to you guys. So this is the primer, and it's not a silicone feeling kind of primer. It feels kind of like the Rimmel Fix and Perfect Pro primers. If you've tried those, it's kind of more of a moisturizer kind of feel to it. It says skin perfecting primer can be worn alone, under makeup, or on top to create a perfect matte complexion. Controls shine for up to 8 hours. Ultra lightweight formula minimizes the appearance of pores. And I think it does what it says. Like, it does keep me matte all day. I think it works best with the Stay Matte foundation. I've tried it under other foundations and it's just so-so, but in combination with the foundation and the powder and another product that I'm going to tell you about that's not part of the line, keeps you matte literally all day long. And for me, like after 4 or 6 hours with other Revlon Color Stay, a lot of foundations I've tried, I still get oily. So honestly, I was like super surprised whenever this worked for me. Now this is a foundation. I have, if you want to see me applying this foundation or how I apply it, I'll leave my Get Ready With Me video down below, and I used all of these products in the way that I applied it today in that video. So if you want to see that, I'll leave a link for it down below. But these are the, this is the primer. I mean, this is the foundation. I have the shades 010 Light Porcelain and 100 Ivory. It's really, I don't know if there's a shade in between these. There's probably like Porcelain, which is in the middle, but I like mixing these two to get my perfect color, because the Porcelain is very pink and it is pretty light, but it's super pink. And the Ivory is, I mean, for Ivory it's pretty dark and it's more like a neutral kind of color. It's not too warm and it's not too cool. So mixing these together makes my perfect shade. Mixing these two together makes my perfect shade. And the foundation, it covers really well. Like, I barely had to use any concealer. I still had to use a little bit here and here to cover up some acne, and also here on my chin. And if you want to see what my skin looks like before this foundation, I'll leave a link down to my no makeup tag, and in that whole video I'm not wearing any foundation, so you can see just exactly how well this foundation can cover up your skin, along with the whole line. And also my techniques of applying it also does help. So with this, what I'll do is I'll take about a pea-sized amount of each one of these colors on the back of my hand, and I'll mix them together, and then I'll spread it over my face, not really spreading it in, just kind of getting it a layer over my whole face. And then I'll take my Real Techniques Expert face brush. Everyone knows what this is, and I will basically just push it into my skin. So I'll stipple it on, because when you're really trying to cover something, if you're doing a circular motion, you're just it does buff in the foundation, and I have tried it like that. But if you really want a full coverage, and if you have uneven skin like me, like I have some acne scarring here on my cheeks, and I have breakouts here on my chin, so when you stipple the foundation like this, then it puts it into the skin and into those marks, and just it covers a lot better because you're not, you know, sliding it around. You're actually getting it onto the spot where you want it to be. So anyways, foundation's really, it's kind of like a gel-like texture. Here, I'll get some of it out on the back of my hand. This is the porcelain shade, and you'll see what I was talking about of it being super pink. But this is it, and it's like a mousse. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of like a moussey kind of texture, but it's really smooth, and it blends out really nicely, and it covers really good. Like, if you can see right beside it, I have that green, and just blending it out like this, and it's really good coverage. But can you see what I'm talking about, how this is super pink and how I have to mix it? But anyways, so it covers really well. And then everybody knows old trusty faithful Rimmel Stay Matte powder. It's been out for a while. For me, I've tried to apply this in 2 different ways. But anyways, the Stay Matte powder, I've tried to apply it with a powder brush. It doesn't give as good mattification and shine control as if you use a powder puff. Now, I just bought some just inexpensive powder puffs from Walmart. Just normal powder puffs, the velour kind. There's better coverage when you do it with the powder puff, so you want to pat it onto your skin like this, and it really sets your makeup. It really gives you full coverage. Like for me, I really like full coverage because I have the acne once again, and I do have pretty oily skin. So in combination with the primer, the foundation, stippling it into the skin, and putting the powder on with the powder puff, and then setting it with the NYX Matte Finish Setting Spray, I literally stayed matte all day, and I'm not kidding. Like, I put my makeup on in the morning, and I came home at night, still matte, and I looked at my face, and I was so shocked. I was like, what? Like, I had never been completely matte the whole day without touching up. Like, I didn't touch up one time, and I was like so shocked. So I definitely recommend this combination of products to anybody who has skin similar to mine, oily skin and acne breakouts. And also use the techniques that I had mentioned. They work really well with how to apply this foundation and get full coverage like me. Like, honestly, you can see, like, you can't see any of my acne. I mean, you could obviously see that there's raised bumps on my face. There's no really hiding that, but there's no redness, there's no visible anything. It's just foundation. So yeah, that's really all I have to say about it, is that I give it 2 thumbs up. I think this foundation is really awesome, and like I said, I'll leave a link down below of my Get Ready With Me video on how I apply this foundation, and also the link down below to my no makeup tag, which I did on Tuesday, where you can see my skin completely bare with no makeup and see how well it goes from that to this. So thank you all for watching, and please give this a thumbs up if you found this video helpful, and if you also like this foundation.